let's kick it off. A little bit of background. Who are you? Where do you come from?
Okay, I wanted to say one thing is, this used to be the Shebeen. I remember back in the day, I spent a lot of time here. I was saying to one of your producers, a lot of nights not remembered, right? When I first arrived in Vancouver, I arrived here in 1985. I came prior to Expo. I was born in Montreal's Expo in 1967. So that was a big part of who I was the fact that I was born on the centennial year of Canada, and that I was born at Expo. My mother went into labor there. So when we found out there was going to be a Expo here in Vancouver, which is the event that changed Vancouver and put it on the map, I was like, I'm going out there. So that's what brought me out here originally, was just literally to come here for Expo and then go home. And I came out here and I had...
I think I've heard this story before from a guy who came from Ireland.
Yeah. These bald people, we stick together. And I came out here. I had probably, arguably, one of the best 2 years of my life out here. People from all over the world came to Vancouver. And it was a real introduction to the rest of the world. Even though I was from a major city, Montreal, this was a chance to really spread my wings and be somewhere different. I immediately went back home, went to school, and studied theater and psychology and communications. So I got 3 degrees when I went back home. And then I fell in love with a girl, and we found ourselves back out in Vancouver again. And that's where I've stayed ever since, really. So the fields I work in are very Vancouver-centric fields. I've worked in the restaurant business. That's been the backbone of most of my career. I work in film, and I work as a photographer. And I was going to say that to you guys earlier, is that I honestly believe that the restaurant business is the greatest training ground for just about any job. You learn customer interaction, communication, you learn about money, you learn about business, you learn about just about any field that you need to have a starting ground in. You learn it in the restaurant business. The amount of people I know who've gone from the restaurant business into the business world, who've gone into things like real estate, is huge. Because you learn to sell, you learn the idea of the value of that money and the value of relationships and how to continue those relationships. So I think that transfers into all the jobs that I do, right?
Yeah, and you meet people. I've noticed, even doing this show with you, like I've been in Vancouver, I hardly meet people. All my clients are, in the Crownsmen side, are all over the world. Mm-hmm. I don't meet them. But then this, the restaurant business, the construction world, and I was saying before we filmed, I miss that about the construction world. Because I used to be on construction sites, I get to know people, and these old Italian guys developing all these characters, and I don't spend time with those. I spend time in an office now, and I'm hardly out on those sites. Well, never on those sites, and I miss that. And the restaurant business is the same. There's all these characters that are coming through, and people that have been in it for years, and people that are new. You don't really get that anywhere. Construction and restaurants, which are your 2 businesses.
Yeah,
that's where you get that.
Yeah.